savings account for children known as the Junior ISA will be available from the 1st of November. The government said last autumn that it was considering the investment scheme and has now published draft regulations for consultation. The individual savings account will have an annual contribution limit of up to £3,000 in cash and shares. Junior ISAs will replace child trust funds, which have been phased out. Well, for more on this, let's speak to David Braithwaite, who is a financial advisor with Citrus Financial Management. So, changes afoot. Is this, though, really a cunning way just to get rid of the child trust funds and the government's obligation, really, to put in that extra money, £250, when a child is born?
I think the government had an obligation to replace the Child Trust Fund. They couldn't afford to keep it going. It was costing them far too much money to actually put the 250 in and then another lump sum when the child reached 7. But it's a great way of actually providing something that, if you have got children, of putting something in place and giving them a facility to actually save. So I don't think they could actually just take it away and leave nothing. They've now given something which people can now go ahead and use. And it's simple, it's relatively jargon-free, and it should be very accessible for most people rather than the Child Trust Fund, which is a little bit more awkward for people to get their head round.
When you say it's jargon-free, trying to set up an ISA is very problematic.
Yeah.
There are so many different variables. Will this really be problem-free?
I don't think it'll be problem-free when it first rolls out in November, but people are far more used to the word ISA. They've been around for a few years now. It's what adults do. So hopefully the adults that will be opening these accounts for the children will be going and looking around exactly as they do with their own money, but this time looking at their children's ways.
But the problem is, for adults who open an ISA, you've got a really good headline rate, then a year later that rate really drops back, and that's often in the small print. It is a very tricky task, really, to try and sort out what ISA to have. Do you think there will be proper guidance published at the same time? Is that what you would be calling for?
I'd like to see that would be a lot more transparent than perhaps it is with the adult ones that we've got now. However, also with the children's ones, what you can do is stocks and shares ones, so you can do it in equities as well. So unlike the keep shopping around like we would do for our cash ones, which you probably still will do with your children's ones, as we all should as well, with the equity ones, hopefully being a child and you've got 18 years for this to grow, they've got some real chance of making some real growth and having that go throughout their working life.
OK. Growth needed probably to fund university education.
Exactly, yes.
OK, well, thanks very much. Thanks very
Thank you.
much for your advice on that.